In this lesson, we're going to learn how to add piers, strip footings, and spread footings. Strip footings are linear footings that go under a wall, and spread footings are rectangular footings that go under a pier, pilaster, or elevator foundation. Both behave the same way in that they are physically dependent on either a wall or a column as their host. The objective of this lesson is to add piers and pilasters to the bottoms of the columns in the model. Then we'll add bearing footings and isolated footings to the base of our foundation. Open the file you've been working on, or open the file called Chapter 9 and follow along. In the project browser, under Structural Plans, go to Level 1. Let's zoom in on this corner here, and what we want to do is place a pier underneath this column. To do so, go to the Structure tab, and actually we're going to place the column. We don't have the column we want in the model, so let's click Load Family. Let's scroll down till we find Structural Columns. This time let's go to Concrete. And let's grab Concrete Square Column. Click Open. In the Type selector in the Properties, go to 24 by 24. Let's make sure the depth is set to top of footing. Pick an intersection. Revit's going to drop it in there. Keep picking intersections. Go all the way around your model. Or what you can do, if you're getting tired of that, click at Grids. Pick a window around the entire model. Revit won't duplicate the footings we've already put in. Click Finish. The only problem is now we have a little cleanup to do. So hit Escape a couple times. There's a couple we need to get rid of. Delete the ones in the middle corridor. And we have a couple to move. Move this guy up. And let's move the ones in the corridors up. And let's move these two down. Very good. Let's go to a 3D view to check it out. And we're moving along very well. The next step is to add strip footings to the perimeter. Under Structural Plans, let's go down to Top of Footing. Notice that we can see our foundations. When we zoom in, it gives us our hatches. Click the Thin Lines button. Let's get our line weights back. Notice Revit cleans up our intersections perfectly. On the Structure tab, on the Foundation panel, click the Wall button. I don't really like how they label it. It makes it look like you're putting in a wall, but this is a structural foundation that goes under a wall. Click on Wall. In the Properties dialog, click Edit Type. Click Duplicate. Let's call this bearing footing 30 inches by 12 inches. Remove the extra 2. Hit OK. For the width, let's just type in 2'6" and hit OK. Now hover over this wall here, hit the Tab key, and pick it. It's going to add a foundation underneath that entire wall. Do the same for this area. Do the same for this area. And now you'll have to start picking them individually. There will be some gaps around where the piers and pilasters are. Don't worry about that. We're going to put a footing underneath those in a second. Great, once everything's filled in, go to a 3D view again, just to make sure we're good. It's coming along very nice. Let's go back down to the top of footing. Now let's start adding spread footings. On the Structure tab, click Isolated. There's no structural foundation family loaded into the project. Would you like to load one now? Yes. Scroll down to Structural Foundations. Let's grab Footing Rectangular and click Open. In the Properties, click Edit Type. Let's click Duplicate. Let's call it 36 inches by 36 inches by 12 inches. And get rid of the extra 2. Click OK. The width wants to be 3 feet. The length wants to be 3 feet. And the thickness wants to be 1 foot. Click OK. Now go through and start placing your footings. Remember to hit the tab key. Pretty cool how that works. Looks like we have a couple extra piers. That's okay. We can get those out of there. Couple left. Now here's an extra pier we missed. Let's just select it and delete it. And select it and delete it. If some of them are off, that's okay. I like to just align them. Type AL for align and align it. Hit escape a couple times. Go to a 3D view. Let's check it out. I missed 2. So I'll go back down to my top of footing. Right click, create similar, and add footings to my piers out underneath my canopy. Go to a 3D view again. Looks great. We've got our foundation down. It's nice to see how Revit trims out the concrete too. That's a lot of manual drafting we just don't have to do.